Zionsville. Our dad graduated from Zionsville High School. Before that, our grandmother was a teacher here at Zionsville. Then Martha and I both graduated from high school, as well as 3 of our kids also graduated from Zionsville High School.
So our mom, like we said, was a teacher, but she taught in Carmel, but was on the first, well no, she was on the Zionsville School Board in the early 70s. And I asked her if she was the first woman on the Zionsville School Board, and she told me that she was on the first school board. The superintendent at the time was Hal Sharp, which we all know from Hal Sharp Road, that he was well loved and known in the entire school district. It's been nice to be able to see the transition from one generation to the next, how Zionsville has changed and yet stayed the same. Even today, you see parts of small town community within Zionsville. The Fall Festival is a perfect example. You know, they line up all here at the high school. They go into town. The entire town practically is on either side of Mulberry Street. And it was things like that. So it was those small town community events that keep you here. I hope they gain that same community feel. We have so many connections from past generations, but also future generations through our kids, and so making those connections and knowing that you're making connections that will last a lifetime. And it's exciting that the world is so big and yet feels so small starting here. My dad, he loved sports, and you know, to see the football stadium, how big it's gotten and how full it is, he'd just be overflowing with pride. And then my mom was, she would be so excited that it's growing. I mean, because that just means it's healthy and that people want to be here. And so I think she'd be really proud of that as well.
Yeah, people ask me all the time, like, what did your parents think about the growth of Zionsville? What do you guys think of the growth of Zionsville? And my parents thought it was something to share. And because of that, we do this a little.
It's like emotional.
It is sort of emotional. So we have no problem, you know, we were excited about it just like they would have been.
So for our dad, I think one of the experiences he would always talk about was being on the 1953 basketball team, which was the only team in Zionsville's history that has won the regionals and gone on to semifinals. I think that most, if not all of that team lived in Zionsville, so there was a lot of opportunity to reflect and think about and talk about and tell those stories.
The story continues. You know, it is, I really just see it a continuation.
I think it's wonderful to, when you do see kids walking in the hallways, often they're in groups of friends. You know, you see those friend groups as they pass from one class to another, and it just takes me back to all my friends. There is a very grounding feel to that when you see those same faces, same people. It's fun to have our kids together and talking about Zionsville High School, going to school here, and you know, I look forward to hopefully having maybe another generation in Zionsville schools as well. I'm Martha Farley, and I am a proud graduate of Zionsville Community High School.
I'm Allison Wharry, and I'm a proud graduate of Zionsville Community High School.